On the continent of Khorvaire, a chance encounter brought 4 intrepid travelers together on the road to adventure. Though they began as strangers, they soon became known as the Hero Squad.
So, all right, y'all. Welcome back. Dungeons & Dragons. Eberron. Hero Squad. So, last time, y'all were on the train still, continuing to solve this murder mystery. You got through a day. So we were doing these circles I showed people last time from the Blades in the Dark. Is that that game was called?
Mm-hmm.
Blades in the Dark. That we kind of have been taking on there. So you finished one full timer for a day, and now we've got 2 more days worth of time that y'all could continue your investigation before y'all are going to be reaching Fairhaven, where if you don't have an answer for who done it, well, y'all think
we're going to say the butler did it.
Yeah. Then it's going to get pinned on you. So,
no, it's not.
With that, y'all, you had your first day. You guys kind of reconvened at the end of the night, and you said you were going to go kind of punch out for the evening. So if there's anything y'all want to do as your like nighttime stuff before it's like next day, maybe you want to plan, maybe you want to explore. I don't know what you want to do.
Should we have a meeting and exchange notes? Did we do that last time?
We changed all of our notes last time. Yeah. And
we did that right at the end. But if y'all want to do that again real quick, if you need a refresher, totally okay.
We definitely need a refresher.
Can we do an out of character refresher and just talk about it? Okay.
Go for it.
So from what I recall from my notes here, it looks like that Rick and Anna, you guys found in the butler's room a bloody shirt that had a brooch on it that said KN.
We don't know who that is.
Yeah, we're still trying to figure that out.
And then...
but let me tell you, we really stuck it to that butler.
I feel like harassed him.
The weapons dealer guy, Killian, he was the one that was drinking with Hieronymus on the night of his death. But he was also the only one that was drinking with him, so it didn't really seem like... I don't know, from my perspective, it didn't seem like anyone could have poisoned him, because we were thinking about poison for a moment.
And he got zone of truth, but we're not sure if he was telling the truth, because we don't know if he succeeded on the check.
Yeah.
He an artificer, which we know because he told us that he built the device, the firearm, but it's locked in storage.
And didn't we find 2 blueprints?
We found a alternate blueprint too, a blueprint that belonged to Hieronymus Dash's company,
and then a competitor,
an alternate, with a different watermark on it. So it seems like somebody's like trying to exchange trade secrets.
Do we know the name of the alternate company?
We don't.
Okay. We didn't look at the watermark.
I'm looking at my notes here, seeing.
I don't think we ever asked that. I think we saw it was like a competitor, but we didn't know what it was called.
Figure that out. Figure out company. We also found an old picture of a Hieronymus and Killian and the old lady on the train at a ball type situation. That's a fancy ball.
Mm-hmm.
We know that Hieronymus had a mistress named Allegra.
Yep, and we know that there was a boy either named Brandon or Braden or Bedlin that follows down Allegra.
That's got to be a son. That's got to be a mystery son. Sorry, I've been watching a lot of Count 'em on a Crystal lately, and there's a lot of illegitimate children.
Yeah,
it could be.
There's kids everywhere. So many.
Watching some Agatha Christie, so I'm ready to solve a murder.
Yeah.
Well, they said that Brandon is maybe an artist, but follows Allegra.
Allegra's the lover. What's the kid's name?
Brandon.
We got a Braden.
Was it Braden? I wrote Brandon.
We never got specifics. It was either Brandon or Braden or Bedlin.
Is he on the train?
Yes, he's been following Allegra.
Oh wait, who's Allegra?
The mistress.
Hieronymus'
have
mistress.
We met? I got that. But have we met Allegra?
No.
Okay, we gotta go find Brandon and ask him who's your daddy.
What does he do?
And lastly,
Who's
there
on
was the
first?
guy that was banging on Hippolyta's door as well.
The guy who's banging Hippolyta.
The guy that said, "Saw you last night." ... His drink ... You did.
I just have him listed as shady character.
Shady character. It's
character.
I had a description, and from what I recall, it was a character that I don't think I had seen before, but that Jasmine might have. So maybe? Does that ring a bell with you, Jasmine?
Who? What?
Never mind.
I got
There's a
really
cat in the way.
distracted.
Yeah.
He's sitting on my notes.
She can't read her notes. There's
Yeah.
been an obfuscation spell cast by the druid Kevin.
There's also a Hieronymus's bodyguard named Blue, who's a warforged,
Warforged. Yeah.
and he's in hibernation.
Right.
Oh my god! Shut up, Kevin.
Cutie.
Right on my notes.
He's doing this.
What they do.
Okay.
what
Okay,
they
so
do.
we've got some tasks for day 2. Figure out the company, find Brandon and Allegra.
Okay.
Okay, I'm good.
Just also out of character real quick. Do Jazz and I know that we only have 3 days to do this? I know that Rick knows.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that...
No, that was in the when you were
Yeah, he told you.
deputized. Yeah, that was when you were deputized.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I told you when we got back together, too.
Yeah, Rick told
Okay.
you guys that when he saw you because he was pretty scared. Like he was
Okay.
like, "This is urgent, guys. We gotta talk about this." I think you guys were arguing about something silly, and he was like, "Guys, important. 3 days."
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Feeling good? I think that was everything. I'm looking at a list. I made a list earlier of all the stuff. I think that was everything. Did you guys talk about you found the blueprints? You found a picture. You found the clothes with Sander. You found the you saw the person.
The person that
having
was
the
banging...
altercation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, who?
That was the guy that was banging on Hippolyta's door. Not
Oh,
banging
the
Hippolyta. No.
Well, that's TBD.
It is he who knocks.
He who knocks boots.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's day 2 of the
right.
investigation?
Day 2.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
it's
was there anything
like,
y'all wanted to do in the evening? It's the evening, so yeah, you could
Right.
still
No, I kind of want to just go to
do the
bed.
things, but you could just
the
get going.
next day started.
Yeah.
Whatever you like.
Because I know that if we stay up, we're gonna just waste an entire episode.
but we could talk
Yeah,
about our
I was like,
feelings.
do you want to give us that power price?
I'll give you guys as much power as you want to do the silly stuff that you do, because that's what people are here for. All right?
We sleep, we eat, it's the next day, I'm ready to investigate.
All right, fine. All right. It's
When
the,
you sleep,
it's the next
we
morning.
meditate.
Yeah, it's the next morning. Y'all meditated. Brittany meditated on how she wishes she had done something, but she just meditated the whole time. And so yeah, it's day 2. You are woken up in the morning by Max and Ravo. Ravo is there, who you probably forgot was there. Shame on y'all. But he has been, as you may remember, when we first got into the train, he went with Ravo at the beginning, or he went with Max at the beginning, and has been sort of kind of doing his own security detail as far as you guys know. So Ravo is there, in gnome form, as y'all are, and,
I bet
and
he's
so is
adorable.
Max.
Did we see him turn into
fiery-
a gnome? I don't totally
Yes,
recall.
yes.
Okay.
I imagine
when
him,
y'all
he's
asked-
like a little baby Yoda, but like gnome form.
No, he looks like a gnome because it's supposed to be like a disguise that really like shows it off. So he doesn't look like a dragonkin gnome. He just looks like a gnome. But he has like fiery, kind of like orangey red hair. Yeah, and then his eyes also are kind of like a bright red. Like it just kind of, it's clear that there's some stuff that's a little different.
Okay.
Anyway, so Ravo's there, Max is there, yeah, Max just sort of like turns to you. You guys relayed to Max, you know, what you had told him.
Oh, yeah. So,
Brittany didn't.
Max, with all that we've learned, where do you think is the next appropriate place for us to go at this point?
Well, if you
feel like you could continue this investigation, if you feel like you need more information, then you can continue to investigate more of these people, suspects, I guess you would call them.
I would call them
You would
that.
investigate these suspects, potentially. Or if you feel that you've figured out who it is, then you could just tell me now. It's really your choice. You've got 2 more days. I would think that you would want to be quite sure of this before you tell me exactly who you think it might be, before maybe we take steps to apprehend someone, as the wealthy can be notoriously litigious, and really can't afford another one.
So what you're saying is that if we were to indict somebody who weren't so wealthy, then problem solved, right?
Well, he's already, planning on doing
Less
that
of a
to
problem.
us, right?
Yeah. Well, you're not.
I'd make.
Yeah.
Well, 2 of us are wealthy and well recognized. If we were to be indicted, I imagine we get our
I don't
own
recognize
lawyers
you
up.
at
I
all.
don't recognize you at all. What are you talking about? Like, how are you famous? You're doing,
You're famous for making those drinks. Those were thumbs up.
Look, we don't have to play like coy here. Max knows exactly our situation.
What are you
No,
talking
I don't think
about?
he does. What are you talking about? He knows the situation that we are on a train and we are just part of the crew helping people out. That's what Max knows. Nudge, nudge.
No, we talked
I
about
know.
this.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Wait, when did Max know?
The whole train was set up with them knowing this.
No?
I've been working with Lordrum.
When did this come out?
When did this happen?
A long time.
I just want to go ahead and say this. I don't know that we talked about this, Jack.
Yeah, we did not.
did. No, we did.
No,
We
you
did
are
not. Max
No, I
has
was
worked
gonna-
on the train the whole time. Max is
has
the
worked
head
on
of
the train.
security.
When I
But
was
he is
actually
the contact.
talking to him, we actually had a conversation. It's like, why should we be involved with the investigation? He told us that because Lordrum had set this up and we were the newcomers, it would be easy to pin it on us and kick us off the train.
So here's the deal.
Sure, but
I don't
that
recall
doesn't
him
mean he
saying
knows that we're
Lordrum
not
whatsoever.
Guys, before we even go down this route. Oh yes, I know exactly your situation. I have been keyed in with Lordrum from the very beginning. Sorry about not revealing that sooner to all of you, but it seems that one of you has a keen eye for observation. Maybe I made the right choice putting you on this task. Yeah, so those seeing stones that you guys are wearing, they really don't work on someone like me with my level of knowledge of the arcane. You should also probably consider that in the future. They don't work as well as you might think they do.
This was Lordrum's plan to begin with, so.
But it does work, I think, for the everyday folk. I don't think anyone else has figured you out, not that I know.
Wait, but,
However,
yes. Don't we have somebody who's? Wait, is an artificer knowledgeable in Arcana? Because if so,
Indeed they
then okay, well then that guy Gillian Braff definitely knows that we're full of it. Like,
it's
right?
possible. Although it does take a different level of knowledge.
It seems like you're putting us in a very difficult situation here, Max. If these seeing stones or these stones aren't gonna hold up to muster, aren't gonna pass muster.
Well, yeah, I imagine you'd probably be pretty happy to know that they don't work as well as you think they do, don't you? I mean, you needed to know at some point.
Right, but I'm just saying, it seems like we're not the right people for the job if they know that we're lying about who we are.
No one, as far as I can tell, knows who you are on this train.
Okay.
Because, I mean, I thought that they explained this to you. I'm an incredibly powerful mage.
Oh.
No.
I don't know if you remember. If you guys
I just thought you were
know
like the big strong guy, you know?
Don't you have any like mage spells that could solve this mystery?
Seems
Boy,
like
but I
you're
wish
the
I could
right
have that,
person
huh?
for the job,
It
bud.
looks, yeah. Maybe all of his
I'm just-
spell slots are already taken.
Currently
Yeah,
occupied.
you should do
making
a
sure this
long
thing doesn't
rest.
explode. Well, kind of busy. There's other fires that I'm putting out, both metaphorical and real.
Listen, this has all been great and everything, but we need to solve this. I'm tired. I would
Indeed.
like some wine.
Are we all comfortable with blaming the The butler, then. So everybody who's comfortable blaming the butler, say aye. Aye. Okay, we got 2.
That's still 50-50.
We need a tiebreaker.
I mean, I'm very interested in finding out who actually did it. That's my MO here.
We can find out afterwards. You know, in our free time.
You guys do what you want. Blame who you want. I'm still gonna solve the thing. All right.
I love that.
Okay.
Okay, so it seems like everybody's pressing skip vote, so we're gonna move on.
Can I ask, does Petunia know who we are?
No, she does not. So you should definitely keep that up, because she'll freak out.
That would screw up Enna a whole lot in her plans on this trip. Okay.
No, I honestly didn't want you to feel so self-conscious that I knew who you were and what you looked like. But you know.
All right, if we're actually going to solve this thing, Max, we found these blueprints for a weapon that Hieronymus was making with Killian, and then we found another duplicate blueprint, but it has this watermark on it. I don't know this company. Are you familiar with it?
No, I've seen that symbol before.
What does the symbol look like?
So it's sort of like 3 ends in like a wheel, so kind of like a triangle Triforce kind of looking thing.
Okay.
But like ends. So like kind of like a zigzaggy.
We wouldn't recognize it from any of like the house emblems or anything like that. Okay.
No. Sorry, I can't help you. I don't know the specific. I've seen it on weapons and whatnot, but I don't recognize it as a specific brand. It seems just sort of like a maybe it's from another nation. Maybe that's what it is.
Do you think anybody else around here would know? Anybody that we should ask about this? Anybody who's specializes in weaponry?
You mentioned
well,
that
I don't think we're going to
Ravo
ask the person whose name's on it.
You mentioned that Ravo's in the tent with us as well? Or in the room with us as well? Not tent.
I mean, we probably went into the tent, let's be honest.
He's there. Ravo's there. Yes?
Ravo, it's been a minute, bud. Does this symbol look familiar to you at all?
No, I can't say that I've seen that before. Sorry.
Just out of pure curiosity, what have you been up to the past couple of days?
I've been on roof duty.
Oh, what's roof duty?
It's... I guess I could show you, but... Well, it's... a lot of flying
exactly
around
what it
and
sounds
killing
like.
things. The train gets attacked a lot more than you might think. Like all the time. Constantly.
Okay.
So that's what I've been dealing with.
So it's like real exciting out there. Boring in here, just crazy exciting out there.
Or you could say that a death in
bloodlust of war exciting. Yes.
It's more like a death on the train is.
It's mostly me and Max, and Benji, a couple of other hippogriff riders, a retinue of soldiers. Oh, yeah, a couple of powerful cannons. There's a lot up there. Yeah.
All right.
Just like
Right.
okay.
All right. So then, I guess really the next thing to do is just to continue our investigation, questioning suspects and whatnot, riddling out the clues of what this symbol means, and figuring out who done it. Unless you guys are just down to blame the guy. I'm going to keep doing that, though.
No, I mean, I'm definitely down to blame the guy, but I mean, I'll humor you. You know, we'll go along and figure out who the murderer is. So if we're going to do
friends,
that,
aren't we?
all right, Max, you have to know this because I'm sure you're familiar with everybody on board. There's a book that has everybody's names in it. You know everybody's coming and going. Who's the guy who's following around Allegra?
Brandon, you mean?
Or Braden, or Bedlin.
Braden Trine. Yeah, he's a magic student somewhere in Fairhaven.
A magic student.
Great.
Yeah, he seems to have. He seems to be attached to Allegra in some way. Let's just say that it's not a one-way affection. I don't know entirely the relational arrangements, but they've certainly spent a good amount of time together.
Braden
I
Shrine.
have a request. There, when we talked to Killian, he said that he had a firearm on the train that's over in the locked storage, and I'm actually thinking that could have been the murder weapon, or at least something that shot Hieronymus during that night. Is it possible we can get into storage just to see if it's still there?
Indeed we could.
Yeah, that's a good
Do
idea.
we need like a permission? Oh, you can take us there. We don't need like a permission slip or something.
We've already got like a couple permission slips, right?
Well, I mean, when I went down there for the chef, I had to prove that I was going there for a specific purpose. So
I'll tell you our permission slip. It's the star on the hat. Sheriff's deputy, baby.
Oh, that's
Get through a lot of doors with this.
I wouldn't mind going back there and taking a look. Apparently there's a dude named Blue back there as well.
Indeed, the warforged.
Yeah.
He's still in hibernation, I believe. Are you looking to wake him up?
No, but I guess I want to confirm that he's still in hibernation.
Well, it's a good way to check.
Yo, I'm getting deja vu. I remember the last time there was a warforged in hibernation storage on a train.
he ended up being our best friend.
Listen, the only thing that happened was the train blew up, all right? It's fine.
And then
We're
a lot of
fine.
things after that, all culminating with this moment where we're at right now.
Listen,
I
history
feel like
circuits.
time is a flat circle here, and we're just repeating it.
Yeah, it's history is cyclical, right? That's how you pronounce that.
Sticklicker?
Yeah, it's fine. Don't
You're a
worry about it,
cyclicker.
Max. Don't correct me. I'm a wordsmith.
All right, if you guys want to go see the warforged, I'm gonna go track down this Braden Shrine guy.
Yeah, let's check out Allegra and Bryden.
Yeah.
Because
Then
they
I
might
guess-
have some juicy goss.
Then I guess me and Dollop will go up into the storage.
All right.
Cool.
Well, then, this way. And so Max just kind of starts heading down in the direction of the storage. Just like
Okay.
walks straight out in that direction. But before you leave, Ravo kind of stops you, kind of like grabs you, like, no, hold on. Max hasn't told you about what's going on and what seemingly they like to pretend is not an issue here. Fairhaven has been stopping every train that's been coming through ahead of us. They've also been sending attack teams, and, well, while they seem to be fighting the same things we are, every now and then, more and more shots seem to be kind of accidentally hitting the train.
Wait, why are they targeting the train? Do they know we're here, or is it something else entirely?
I have no idea. Max seems worried about it. I think maybe he's still trying not to worry you. That's why he didn't tell you about the rocks, I guess.
Oh, that's sweet of him to not want to
The
worry
rocks?
us.
Is that what that's been hitting the train?
The stones.
Gotcha. Would it be wise for us
guidance.
to abandon the train before we hit Fairhaven?
I think we may want to come up with a backup plan just in case. Now,
How-
there are
What
hippogriff
if we
riders I could
hijack the
potentially
train?
do.
We could disconnect the cars and just gun it.
Or maybe we can wake up a warforge, which then a big fight will ensue and the train will blow up.
Or we could go with Ravo's idea and just hitch a ride in a couple hippogriffs and let them deal
All
with
of
the
these
whole
are-
situation.
All of these are possible. I wanted to put it out there that I am concerned. They keep talking about what they call dark hours, which is when we have to kind of black out the train, and hopefully they'll ignore us as we head by Fairhaven in the middle of the night. If that doesn't work,
Aren't
may
we
have to-
stopping at Fairhaven, though?
Potentially. Not anymore,
Potentially.
I don't think.
I believe that was all just a lie.
Ha! Great!
That was a lie.
Well, if things
So
come to,
wait,
if
what-
worst comes to worst, we could just bail on this whole situation on a griffin.
Yeah. I mean, why don't we just leave right now? None of this.
Because
This
I
whole
want to know
murder
who
thing.
did the murder!
We'll
If
give
we
it a
leave on the
day.
Griffins- if we leave on the Griffins now, we could potentially escape harm, but who knows?
Look,
If we want to flee, let's
you
go.
know, I hate to say it. I'm kind of with Atlas. we've invested a lot of time and energy
Exactly.
into this.
It's
We got
not
the
good
hats.
plot resolution, y'all. We gotta do this.
It's true. You know, like, when I write my story at the end of my life, it's going to be a big hole in this part. And people are going to read that story and they're going to say, I feel unfulfilled.
I mean, you can just
Samantha was
write
just
in
having
some
a writer's block at that
juicy seduction plot to fill it up.
But Ravo,
Even
thank
if we
you.
were to leave, even if we were to leave with the hippogriffs, I don't know how quickly I could have that ready to go. I'm saying it's a potential option. It's not like I've got like 6 hippogriffs just ready to go.
Yeah, you just have the one, huh?
Just mine.
And like
That could get maybe 3 of us. Maybe.
So backup plan: steal the engineer car.
If
Look
into it, I guess.
Let me
Pursue
explain
that
to you
line
how
of
trains
treachery.
work. They're on a track, and they go one place. So, there's only one place we can go to steal the train, buddy. That's Fairhaven.
True.
Can't take it off-road.
But plus side, we get to decouple the cars and see all the rich people just get left behind.
I mean, we
The
can
rich
do that
people are in
before
the
we go
front.
Christina, I need a drink.
I mean, yes, fair. But also, I don't think you understand that the rich people are in the front and everybody else is in the back. If you decouple that, you decouple everybody.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, as long as the rich people are also decoupled, then problem solved.
Anyway, we'll come to that when we get to there. All right, you know. Carpe diem.
All right, I've got to get back up there.
Thank you, Robert.
What is that language you were just speaking? Carpe diem? What does that mean?
Is that in the common tongue? I don't know that one. Draconic? No, not mine. All right, so y'all splitting up again? It sounded like some of y'all were going to go to the storage. Some of y'all were going to go investigate other stuff. So who's going where?
I think me and Atlas are going to storage.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Trying
we're going
think of a
to
joke for Carpe Diem.
talk to Braden.
You're going to go talk to
Something
Brady.
fish.
Yeah. And Allegra.
What are you saying there, Jesse?
I'm trying to think of a joke for Carpe Diem, and it has to do with something with fish.
Seize the fish.
Mm-hmm.
It's at least a C+.
It's at least
Animal Crossing.
That's the best fish pun. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's start with Rhaegar and Brittany heading off to go see Braden Trine. Braden, you go to jail. Braden is sitting in the in his room, and you kind of approach. The door is already open, and you can see he has like an easel up, and he's kind of like, painting on it kind of furiously. It doesn't really look like much, to be honest. And everything he has, it's very over the top, in your face. Like, he's got way too many rugs that he has unpacked to put in this room for as long as they're going to be here. The pillows and everything else that are allowed. It's like clearly a lot of like his flair all over the room, and it's unnecessary.
Brittany,
just like
it sounds like this guy and you have a lot in common.
What are you saying?
Think if you went into a hotel and you replaced the hotel paintings with your own paintings, but instead of taking them down and putting them up, you just put yours over them. So you can still kind of see a little bit of the bad stuff creeping out. That kind of, not all done. So he's just sitting there painting.
Wait, is Braden a child or not a child?
He's not a child. Braden is a man.
How old of a man?
So Braden is he's half elf, but he looks we'd like to say like 26, 27-ish range. Fit guy, tall, skinny, handsome. He has long black hair, a little bit of it up in a ponytail that kind of like hangs down, so sort of top knot style, but like that half top knot. The rest of it's like hanging down. And wearing like a red like silk robe kind of thing with a very ornate pattern in it, and it sort of hangs down over his shoulders. Not wearing a shirt, this guy.
I was going to say anything underneath that robe?
Of course not. So he's just kind of like wearing that loosely, and just kind of.
Is it open?
It's tied across the middle,
Okay.
but openish.
Does he have penis 1 or 2?
And we must know about the size also.
2 large. My goodness.
All right. Before we step in, I turn to Brittany, Pippi, and I say, how do you want to go about this?
Well, I'm sorry. I was a little distracted.
Understandable.
We should cast Zone of Truth out here, in there, and that way, he can't lie to us about anything.
I mean, you're the Zone of Truth expert. Do your thing.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Wait, actually, hold on.
Just don't say anything that's an outright lie while we're in there, Rhaegar.
It's gonna be hard for me. This guy's a magic student. I'm
Yeah.
remembering Max telling me that. So, is it smart to cast this Zone of Truth on the magic student?
Yeah, he looks like a youngling. I bet you he doesn't even know what it is.
Oh, the younglings. Okay, I mean, do it.
I mean, the worst that's gonna happen is it's not gonna affect him, and then, oh well, it's
Yeah,
worth
but
it.
But he may know that you cast it.
So do you not want me to cast it?
No, I mean, you're the magic expert. I'm just bringing this up as...
Who's out there making all that noise? Who is that?
Hello,
Burns
sir.
looks at you.
It's me.
Who are you?
Doldo.
Just.
Sheriff's
Yeah,
deputy, and this is Pippi.
Yep.
Also,
Okay,
Sheriff's
yeah.
deputy.
But yeah, my name is
Well-
Pippi. It's very nice to see you.
Yeah. Hi.
And-
Hello. How can I help you? You're wasting clearly my creative energies. I was doing something. And
Yeah, what
Is
were you
this-
doing
Go
here?
ahead.
What are
Ruin my
you
day.
painting there, friend?
Painting is not a word that I would like to use. That's childish of you.
What
I
are you
would say I'm
arting
channeling-
here, sir?
I'm channeling the divine onto the page in order to communicate to.
Yeah, but you're not drawing a
people of
picture
your
of me,
stature.
so that can't be the divine.
Yeah,
Oh.
if this is what the divine looks like, I am divinely disappointed.
Well, I wouldn't expect someone like you to be able to understand something as powerful as this, especially when I haven't completed it because I've been interrupted by such an ignoramus. Yeah, that's.
I don't know what that word means, so
classic-
I'm just gonna go ahead
Classic
and
Elvish for you. I read a book on it once. Okay.
ignoramus.
Yeah.
Sounds like a magic spell. I heard that you were a magic student.
Yeah, I am a magic student, but I am not using ignoramus as a spell. So, God, this guy, does he think?
What's your favorite spell to cast? Is it charm person?
Oh my. I don't have to cast those kinds of spells. I usually pretty good on my own. Thank you very much.
Could have fooled me.
But
So, magic guy. You done any magic on the train since you've been here?
the name's Trine. Braden Trine. Could you please get it right? Have some respect, okay? Come on.
All right, guy. Done any magic since you've been on the train? Like maybe casting some fireballs? Choo choo.
Why would I cast fireballs on the train? I'm not. I'm not that kind of a mage. That's simple. That's basic. That's basic fireballs. Are you? I'm sorry.
So what
No,
magic
yeah.
do you study
No.
in then, Brayden?
I
Raiden?
am presently working on a way of combining the powers of illusion, divinity, and artificing all together. Okay, I'm kind of creating something pretty big. Okay, so
Oh, that sounds very interesting. Tell me more.
Of course it does. Well, I could, but I don't really want to give away too much. When you're sitting on an idea this great.
Well, don't worry,
you
we're
can't
just
talk about it with.
Remember?
anyone.
We're just ignoramuses. It's not like we're gonna understand your great plan. You can tell us. It's fine. We're
You
gonna
are
try and understand, but you're
probably
just too
could.
smart for us.
It's true.
Yeah,
I
me no
know.
understand magic so good.
Yeah.
No, you know,
Daldo over here doesn't know any magic at all.
But I do like the words.
It's very
It would probably
true.
be a waste of time, honestly. It would go over your heads. That's
Well,
no
everything
pun
goes over my
intended,
head. I'm
but-
very short.
Yeah, see, you understand a little bit. I see. Okay, you're a little clever. Okay. I'm starting
Again,
to see why
yes,
Zion
I
put you in a
little
position of
clever,
authority.
So
Anyway, what questions do you have? What do you need?
you said that you were combining all these spells, and you mentioned artificing. There's another artificer on the terrain right now. You may be familiar with him, Killian Braff.
Yeah, he's pretty good, but I mean, you know, he's kind of old, little gauche, you know, little dated, tacky.
So-
I think I want it tacky. Yeah.
What's your history with Killian Braff?
With him? No,
Yeah.
I don't really have a history with Killian. I mean, I've studied his work. You know.
That's interesting because he seems to know Hippolyta pretty well, Allegra pretty well. And you seem to know Allegra pretty well.
You know,
Yeah,
I
how do
meet
you
a
know
lot.
Allegra?
You know, I meet a lot of people. So, who's Allegra? Who's this? I don't know. Who is Allegra?
You know who Allegra is because we've all seen you tailing Allegra. You've been bugging her. You've been following her around.
I mean, there's beautiful people here. I speak to beautiful people. You know, that's what I do.
You seem to be speaking to
Kind
this
of
beautiful
flock
person
to me.
a
you know?
lot, though.
Well, then I'm sure that this person is probably particularly attractive and/or handsome, but I couldn't tell you who they were. Honestly, I don't know who Allegra is.
Why are you lying to us right now?
I'm gonna cast Zone of Truth.
Okay.
Just like with the, I'll like put my hand on Daldo, but at the same time cast Zone of Truth in the room.
Okay.
What were you
So-
saying about Allegra? How do you not know her?
Allegra and I know each other a lot.
How?
We
Did you smooch her?
a lot, all the time. Why?
Interesting.
that's
Yeah,
great.
we're.
So you're
Wow.
taken then. That's a shame.
Were you
But-
smooching Allegra while Allegra was also smooching Hieronymus Dash?
Not at the same time, at different times. Like, it's not like we were at the same time all kissing each other. Like,
How did
I
that
kissed
make
her
you
at a
feel
different
that-
time.
That she was with Hieronymus Dash. How did
Yeah,
that make
were
you
you
feel?
Like, look,
jealous?
No, I don't get I'm jealous of him. Like, why do I get jealous of him? Have you seen him? No, of course not. Why would I be? I mean, look at me. I mean, why would I be jealous of that? Not at all. I'm not jealous. I'm not.
Are you sure?
Not jealous.
Not even just a little bit?
No. He's jealous of me.
Why
What
is he
about,
jealous of you?
Yeah.
Because Allegra actually likes me and not him. Why is this happening?
I don't know. You just are a really good person, I think, and you just want us to know these things.
You charmed me, didn't you?
Did I? I mean, I am very cute and I am very beautiful, so you're so sweet to me.
Look, there seem to be a lot of magical people on this train. A lot of magic flying around the place. Who knows who's charming who these days? Hard to keep
It's very
track.
true. Daldo has a point.
He pulls a little stone out of his pocket, and it's like bright red, and he flips it like just into the corner, like into the trash. Like, okay, so yeah, can't lie, you got me. where's the zone end? What do you want to know? Okay, what do you want to know? What do you want to know?
Killian
Did you-
Braff, how long have you known him?
I don't
Have
know
you
him
done any-
personally.
Have you done any work for him or the company that he works for?
No, I'm a student. Okay, I'm not working.
Right, but
for
you're
any
doing
of
some
them.
revolutionary magic, right? The divine combined with the artificing combined with
Yes, I am. I am. Now, no one has recognized that work yet, but I am working on great things. Great things. In the pipeline, multiple things. Different levels of completed.
Okay, let me ask you this. Hieronymus Dash, dead. Do you know who would have the motive to kill Hieronymus Dash?
No. I mean, probably his wife. Probably his kid.
Wait, his kid? Wait, his kid?
Wait, he has a child? Who's his child?
That other it's the one that's around. I don't remember his name.
The one that's around.
I never met him. Look, Allegra told me there's some drama going on. Something about a kid showed up out of nowhere. I don't know. Something long ago, before any of this. I don't know. He's an adult.
Is the kid on the train?
Yeah, he's around. I've seen him. He's here. This apparently they were gonna meet or something. I don't know. Look, I'm just dating Allegra. Look, we've been together. She's with him, but she doesn't really like him. But look, he's got money, and she knows that's a good thing, and whatever. It's fine. I don't care. I'm not jealous. Look, I'm here on the train. It's fine. All right. And maybe
keep going on about this jealousness.
Someone will notice.
We're past
someone
that.
will notice my work. Someone will notice my work. Okay, so it's fine.
All right. Well.
Yeah, that's fair.
I wish you luck with that because.
Where is Allegra?
Yeah,
where's Allegra?
Or something? I don't know. Don't tell her I told you, please. By the way.
Oh, don't worry. We're really good at keeping secrets. I promise.
Oh, goodness.
I would be a little bit better at keeping secrets though if I could be persuaded to keep a secret.
Think he wants bribe.
Sometimes I forget to keep secrets if I don't have a reason to.
What do you want?
I don't know how much money. Probably money usually works.
Oh no, Daldo, you should have him paint you.
No,
that would be great. We could hang it up.
I don't want that in my life.
Is that what you would like? Would you like?
Yeah, he wants a painting.
I push. Of course you do.
I pushed Daldo out of the way.
Okay.
I was like,
he wants a painting of himself. It would be perfect.
No, I get it. It's the most valuable thing that I could provide
I know,
you.
right?
The likeness of yourself in my creation. I mean,
I know. It's gonna be great.
Honestly, I mean, I could just have given you a bunch of this money over here that's sitting in this bag, but this is more valuable.
It is so much more valuable.
Great.
We'll have it forever.
Yes.
And so,
unlike money, which is so ethereal, it comes and it goes.
So yeah, he begins to paint your image on here.
Wait, paint a picture right now. I'm guessing Daldo is very surly looking on a chase.
Okay.
Hands above his head.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Necklace.
Yes.
But really bitter and angry about the fact that he's not having money.
Paint me like one of your
facial
gnome girls.
features came through.
Yeah.
And then there's a cackling demon standing on his chest, and that's the other part.
Oh, okay.
How far down does this painting go?
All the way.
All the way?
We know which number you got. 1 or 2. We know which one. Okay.
Both.
Okay. So, we'll call that the end of that.
I do want to do something
investigation.
important after we exit the room, though.
Okay, yeah. Well, so we'll get back to that.
Yeah.
When we come back to see what y'all are doing. So, Ash, Jazzy.
Yes.
Y'all are
We're
almost
hustling
all
up.
the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right behind. Max has just gone ahead of you. Talked to the guard a little bit. The guard stepped aside. Max opened the door, and you guys are kind of coming in right behind him.
Was the guard the tomato that I talked to last time?
No, it was just some other guy. The tomato was around.
Just wanted to say hi.
All right, so we're in the storage room. Is Max staying by the door, or is he coming along with us?
Yeah, no, he's outside the door.
Okay.
He's kind of walking with the guard and whatnot.
Before we go in, I want to ask Max. Max, do you have a roster or what's the word I'm looking for right now?
Inventory list of
an inventory ledger of what we can find. Because when I was here last time, it took me quite a while to find an item because there's just so many, packages and luggage and stuff like that. If we could just pinpoint it right away, it'd take up less of your time.
We certainly do have a ledger. Here, let me show it to you. And he goes over and there's like a scroll on the wall that he like kind of like unfurls, and it's like crazy long.
Yeah.
And you can see that like they've inventoried every tiny little object that is like everywhere on the train. So he kind of gets you into the zone where, you know, it's you can see here's all the stuff that's in the back car, and it's kind of hard to find maybe exactly what you're looking for if you don't sit here and really meditate on this for a while.
Would it be right for me to assume that Hieronymus' stuff is near the warforged?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Max would be like, yes, we try and cluster things together. It's not really my department, but, you know, good luck.
Thanks. Thumbs up. Hey, Christina, can't you just, like, find object or something?
Well, I don't know what it looks like.
Oh.
You have to describe to me what the object looks like.
I don't know. Earlier you thought I could talk to ghosts, so...
Wait, when did I say that? I don't remember how much what we did last night. I know, like, anytime I hang out with Brittany, she breaks up the wine, and next thing you know, after 3 or 4 bottles. But you know, let's find the warforged first.
Let's find the warforged,
and then we'll find.
That's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
He's just kind of standing there. You know, no light emanating from him. He's holding a little box in his hand.
Does it look like the same type of box that
Hex
had on the first?
Forever ago. Not as ornate, but similar in shape.
Okay.
You know, so like it seems like this is a common thing to have, is like a box that's roughly like, you know, can be held in warforged hands.
Got it.
I forgot what was in that box.
I think it was the
dagger.
Yeah.
Oh, the dagger. Okay, gotcha. Well, I guess let's start looking. So I'm gonna do an investigation check. Start looking for anything that might fit the description of like the gun, maybe like a box it might be in. So. Ooh, that's a bad roll. Investigation. That is a 10.
Okay. Yeah, you know, you're looking around. There's all kinds of boxes, but, you know, obviously something this important wouldn't just be in like a regular box. You're going through maybe some of like the more like crate type stuff, seeing inside, but it mostly just looks like, you know, clothing, pillows, all kinds of, you know, stuff that they are taking to wherever they're going, right? They're things that they travel with. So yeah, you don't seem to have any luck looking through the stuff.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna attempt to do an investigate as well, and I think I have a bonus on that. I do. So, where's my regular investigate at? Okay. That's gonna be a 14 total.
And what are you looking for again?
I'm also sort of along the same lines, looking for a box that is, I guess, not necessarily even labeled that. I'm not necessarily looking for a box that would fit a weapon. I'm actually more looking for labels that see if it's labeled either Hieronymus or Killian Dash. I'm looking for their stuff in particular, and then try to rummage through it, I suppose.
Well, yeah. So like Jazzy said earlier, y'all kind of found the area where all of Hieronymus' stuff is mostly stacked together, and it does seem like Killian's stuff is not too far away. There's a couple of clusters of people's stuff between Killian's and Hieronymus's.
Okay.
But yeah. So you know kind of where everybody's pile of stuff is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Christina, do we just start like rummaging, or what do you think?
We're gonna start rummaging. I'm also thinking about checking that ledger again, seeing if maybe they actually itemized the gun. But also, I'm kind of curious. Do you think the Warforged might wake up if we open its box?
I do think, and I think the last time a Warforged was woken up on a train, it was bad news bears for us. But hey, I'm game for adventure if you want to try to wake up that Warforged.
I might ask Max before we try it.
Okay. Why don't you check out that scroll first?
Okay, so I go to the scroll, and so we know exactly like roughly the area, and probably start looking for Killian's name. Can I just look on the scroll and see if they actually itemize like a weapon? Or
yeah.
like...
So go ahead and look. Yeah.
Because I imagine it's a dangerous item that would be noted.
I don't know. They could have tried to sneak it in.
It's possible, but like it seems like this train seems like they take security very highly, and so I don't think they would actually be able to sneak in just a gun. Okay, so that's 2 plus 14, 16.
Okay. Yeah, you're looking down the list, and yeah, it doesn't seem like there's anything like a weapon or anything like that. But you do notice some irregularities in the ledger, where there are a couple of places where you think, oh, is that a duplicate? Like, is that item, like, is that on there twice?
Can I make note of it and then go back and look for it? Okay, so I do that. And then I guess with that note, I go back to the item or the area that's been categorized and be like, just start rummaging through those boxes.
Like, so, before you start rummaging, I'd like to do something. So I'd like to, like, sort of take down the boxes belonging to Hieronymus and Killian Dash. I don't open them, but I lay them out, sort of almost in like a circle around me.
Okay.
And I'd like to cast augury. Am I pronouncing
That's
that
right. You've been wanting to do this for a while.
Yeah.
Okay. So what does augury let you do?
So by casting, I need to pick an object here. By casting gem inlaid sticks, rolling dragon bows, laying out ornate cards, or employing some other divining tool, you can receive an omen of otherworldly entity about the results of a specific course of action that you plan to take within the next 30 minutes. The GM chooses from the following possible omens: good results, bad results, good for both good and bad results, and nothing.
Gotcha.
So you can be very vague about it.
Gotcha.
I'm trying to think of like what object would fit me, and I think I'm gonna say that I snuck away with some of the dice that won me a bunch of money.
Yeah.
And basically, like, I'm going to roll them in whichever, like, direction the highest dice is, maybe, or something along those lines is what I would follow. Or I guess
maybe like even odd, yes and no?
Or not, not even that, because I need to be more specific. I'd be like, is the thing that I'm looking for in Killian's pile or Hieronymus's pile?
See, that's like yes and no would be even.
Yeah.
Yeah, even
and
odds.
I would somehow know how to interpret the dice, I suppose.
Okay. Okay, so you're rolling the dice to figure out if it's in Killian stuff, like a yes/no question, like a Killian stuff or a Hieronymus' stuff situation?
Exactly, yes.
Okay. So you roll those dice.
Mm-hmm.
And
I guess, Ash, ask your question while you roll the dice.
Yeah, ask the question so I can kind of...
Okay, I get, because it needs to be essentially yes or no, or it needs to be like good or bad.
Something that you could interpret from what...
If I was to look in Killian's pile, would I find what I'm looking for?
And you throw the dice?
Mm-hmm, and I throw the dice.
Yeah, they roll, and they stop snake eyes.
Okay. So I don't think that that's where we want to look. I think we can rule these ones out. Okay. I'm curious.
Are you gonna keep going?
Christina, do you have any reaction to me just rolling around dice?
I imagine you're playing with your dice. I'm looking at these boxes. Oh, we lost Rick.
Drop out.
We gotta wait because the video looks.
Yeah, we gotta wait.
Up.
The video is just bonkers now, I'm sure. There we go. Hold up.
Okay, that was rude.
Yeah, what happened?
Discord was like, it seems you've gone inactive on us, and it just shut my video off.
Oh, weird.
For being inactive.
Rude.
Like, you were standing so still, it couldn't tell if you had moved. That's my guess.
That's so weird.
That's ridiculous. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, I thought that I lost my internet connection or something. Discord was just like, nope, you're not using this anymore. Okay, bye.
Okay.
Is there a setting I can check to turn that off? Let me. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. So, Jazzy.
I imagine that you're playing with dice while I am looking at the area of those discrepancies.
Just rolling your eyes. He's in the background.
I was like, well, Dollop gets results. He gets some results. I don't know how he does
Dollop
it.
gets results. I love that.
Price, I'm not sure if you've read the last line of this spell at all. If not, I'm going to Discord message it to you because I think it's important for you to know.
I see it. Yeah, no, I see it.
Okay, good. Okay, well then I roll it again, but before I do, I ask, will I find what I'm looking for in Hieronymus's pile? And I roll again.
Okay. You roll and snake eyes.
Okay. Okay. Well then, okay. Last, I'm gonna roll one last time. Will I find what I'm looking for in what is this called? The luggage compartment, or what is this?
Storage.
Called? Yeah. Well, will I find what I'm looking for in this storage car?
You roll.
Mm-hmm.
Snake eyes.
Okay. Then I turn to Christina. I collect my dice very triumphantly, and I look at Christina and I say, "It's not here." Yeah, it's not here. It's not here. I hold up the snake eyes. And I was like, "Well, look."
I mean, that's obviously not a gun, but why would you know?
Because I asked, and
you asked the dice.
Yeah, and they told me 3 times. They told me.
You know, when I first met you, you didn't believe in gods, yet you believe in dice.
I definitely don't. Listen. It's not that I don't believe in gods at this point. It's that I hate the gods. All right? So
of course, okay, if you hate the gods and you're asking the dice that are probably controlled by the gods, they're going to give you the middle finger each time
that's
you
a
ask.
logical leap right there. All right? So, listen, the dice told me no gun here in warehouse room, so...
Okay, well, how about this? There's a couple discrepancies on the storage ledger. If you could go and look at the other one for me, just look in there, see if there's anything weird about it, anything that's inside of it. I hand him a note that's the other one, since you said there was a couple of them. You check these ones, I'll check this one, and then we'll leave.
Okay.
Okay. All the discrepancies.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah. So y'all spend the next half hour, we'll say, going through all these boxes, yanking stuff and everything. And every time you find one of the discrepancies, you end up finding, one of them is the thing it says it is. Yeah. And the other thing is something illegal. So
describe what illegal is.
Yeah, so you find a little pouch of some powder that is
moon dust, moon sugar.
Yeah, moon sugar essentially.
Yeah.
You find a couple of parts of other weapons. Clearly, just smuggling items essentially.
If you find any wine, bring it back to me.
That's not illegal.
We can't hear you.
I mean, what if it is really illegal, really good wine?
Anna, will you roll a d20 real quick?
Yeah, I will. 5.
There is no wine.
But there's moon sugar.
There is moon sugar.
That I do not know what that is, and I think that it's baking soda.
There you go. It's red. So
I think that it's baking soda.
So we got basically cocaine, parts to weapons, and what else?
Yeah. That's it. Basically, drugs and weapons.
Okay.
So you go through and you find several of these. But you don't find the gun amongst those. The weapon you're looking for.
Would any of the parts of the weapons look anything near to what we saw in the blueprint?
They look similar, but they're definitely not.
Okay. Just
you
to
can tell
cross
they're
that
not
off
the
the
same
list.
thing. Yeah, those aren't what you were looking for in pieces.
Okay.
Can we tell who the drugs belonged to? Is that on the ledger?
It's all in Hieronymus stuff.
Oh, it's all in Hieronymus stuff. Okay.
What I'm saying is there probably is someone who loaded the stuff, just threw it in Hieronymus stuff, and they're going to take it out. later.
Or, I mean, Hieronymus likes to party.
It's true. It is true. Okay, so I'm going to go to Max. Hey. So we searched the place. We can't find the gun. We can't find the weapon. I do have a question, though. The warforged.
Yes.
That box is the only thing we haven't checked. Is there a possibility that the warforged might wake up if we open the box?
Yes, he most likely will. He'll probably be.
Would he be cool
pretty
with
angry?
it? Oh.
Well, you got to be ready to reason with him, because you got to think, right now he went to sleep with a job that said, if someone who opens this box is not me, get him. And you're going to open the box. So, be ready to say something.
Christina,
I mean, we could tell him that his master's dead.
You know disguise self.
So,
Don't say that first.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't open with that one. You do know disguise self, though.
Good.
Christina.
I could. Yeah. I'll try it. How do we make it go back to sleep, though, if things go wrong?
You order
Well,
it.
I can
You order it back to
do
sleep.
my best.
I guess if things go bad, then we
I'll blast the storage car off of the train and leave you two in it if things go bad.
Oh.
Or you get out quickly. I'm just saying, precautions. I will gladly leave you behind to protect the rest of us.
No, you've mentioned
Just
that
letting
before.
you-
Yes, you mentioned that before.
Thanks, Max.
I like to be clear. No one gets left behind without knowing first and foremost that I'm going to do it to them.
How about we save that till the end? Maybe before the
All right,
3
okay.
days are up.
Just letting you know.
We'll open it, and
Yeah,
then
we'll throw you
we'll
in.
Practice.
decide.
Practice your Hieronymus, get to know what his vocal style's like, and then
Sure.
then
Let's
get
do
into
that
character.
later. Yes, let's do that later.
Oh man! So
It
are
was
you
worth
guys
a
done
shot.
now? Are you
Yeah,
are you
we're
gonna
done.
do it?
No,
No?
we're done.
I would love to see you do it.
Hey, Slugger.
Hey there, champ. Got some bad news. Please don't kill me.
You're
doing
seeing
dead.
this. I'm dead.
No, I think at least as
I
far
want
as
one of those now. As far as
like
you're
a
concerned,
ruin
now?
that-
as far as I'm
activates
concerned,
illusion.
I know for a fact what I'm looking for isn't in here, so I'm done.
Okay. Well, while we go back, I argue with Dollop why he thinks the dice are talking to him,
Did you?
even though he doesn't believe in God.
I just hold up the snake eyes again. I'm like, just look.
I mean, you're still attuned, right? You're still attuned to this. You've cast the spell for how long?
No, it tells me immediately. That's what the snake eyes means. It means bad.
Okay. So, ask it a good question, then I'll believe you.
Okay.
This is like your fourth time now, right?
It is. It's my
So
fourth.
there is a cumulative 75% chance that you get a random one.
I ask it. Does
Love it.
I ask the dice? Does Brittany like wine? And I throw it.
You get sixes, double sixes.
Okay. You see?
Perfect. Yeah.
Affirmative.
That was an easy one.
You just told me to ask an easy one. You don't know the dice. All right, get out of here. We just continue.
Wait, was that how you won? Is that how you won?
No, sure. Oh, cha. Well, my money is already taken. Yeah, that's how I won.
You didn't get to keep any of it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Wasn't yours to begin with. My goodness. All right, so y'all.
We just
Y'all
continue
square now?
bickering about the dice, but yeah, we're
Yeah.
square.
Gotcha.